Hello and welcome to another cast by the SC Chronicles. RB3K here with
Truth.
Alright, so we figured this pack of replays out completely. It was a competition and they're not round of, like the way that they were named, it seemed like they were like round of 2, round of 3, round of 4, which just seems weird now. So it was round 1, 2, 3, 4, and where we are at right now. This is round 7, which was the quarterfinals?
We're gonna assume they were the quarterfinals, and it was a best of 3.
Yeah, so we're gonna assume that it was a best of 3 for the quarterfinals. So this is another game with White Raw and EizCaj. So the first game that we casted for this White Raw extravaganza was actually part of this quarterfinals that we had right now.
Yeah, so that means Game 6 was his first game, Game 5 was his second game, and Game 4 was the third, blah blah. Continuing on, and we're sure you'll figure it out because it sure took us a long time, but you're much smarter than we are.
Yeah, welcome to the world of amateur casting. But anyways, now that we have this figured out, maybe we can cast these White Raw games a little bit in the proper light, because there's about 3 more games after this that we have to cast.
Yeah, so we do have EizCaj again, the blue Zerg player against White Raw as always. We did cast this thinking it was Game 1, but really it was a quarterfinal match. So here we go with the best of 3 with EizCaj starring again. We should have actually checked all the replays before we started casting.
We should have, but you know what? Whatever. Anyway, so this is the quarterfinals, like we've said about 1 billion times so far.
We're assuming. We're not even sure about that.
Yeah,
we're
exactly.
gonna go with that. We're dying with that idea.
We're sticking to that idea. Anyway, so we got a hatchery? Yeah.
No, that's a spawning pool. So this Steps of War is our map, and this map, people don't like it because really Zerg has trouble expanding on this map. They got to take a lot of creep tumors to combine the creep to your base to run queens back and forth. It's too close to your enemy, so they can really put the pressure on your expansion quickly. And Zerg players overall hate not having to be able to early expand. So probably EizCaj is gonna stay to one base play for a while until he knows he can defend his his expansion well.
Exactly. Probably EizCaj is probably gonna go for a one base roach play because roaches do so well against zealots, and White Raw has been using a lot of zealots in the last couple of games. So if EizCaj is smart about this, he will go one base roach for a little while before he does throw down his expansion, and he is going for the roaches right now.
Yeah, so it looks like we have a roach warren coming down. EizCaj's overlord is coming in to see that there are 2 gateways, one being chrono boosted out, so he has to assume zealots are coming in because there are already 2 pylons here. Where else can more pylons be really in this early in the game? So White Raw will probably bolster a zealot army and then push out. He really needs to get some sort of roach or zerglings out, a queen, maybe a spine crawler, because zealots being chrono boosted out is very dangerous this early.
Yeah, exactly. All these zealots coming out. With White Raw chrono boosting the zealots out, he probably wants to have 4 zealots before he does do a full push out. So he's gonna wait until he has, maybe 3 even. He's gonna go with 3 right now, and he has his rally point set to the zealots. So all new zealots being produced will come straight to the zealots. I like how you are zooming into this animal's ass right now.
He wouldn't look at me.
Alright, so these zealots are coming in to see what kind of damage they can do in EizCaj's base right now.
And these roaches really need to hurry up and spawn because with only 4 zerglings and a queen, 3 zealots can really go to town on this army. 1 roach has popped. This will be very helpful using the zerglings to kind of shield the roach from damage. You can use the queen and the roach's ranged attack to just do damage on these zealots and just shoo them away.
Yeah, exactly. And the zealots do move back, but now the 5th one is coming, so this force is quite a hefty force actually. White Raw does spread them out a little bit on the bottom of EizCaj's ramp, keeping him from expanding and keeping him from doing much right now, and just holding him in his base.
So it does look like White Raw will probably try to grab his expansion. He has put Forge down and has a cannon. He probably wants to put a Cybernetics core down because he knows that a lot of roaches are heading his way soon because there's just one base play. If you're Zerg and you're on one base, you really got to put on the pressure on your opponent and do some sort of economic damage.
Yeah, exactly. And White Raw does put down his expansion and is coming in with these 4 zealots right now. The zealots are doing some pretty decent damage against these roaches, but then again, these roaches are a hard counter to the zealots. With reinforcing roaches coming in, they completely take out most of those zealots right there.
Yeah, he really needed to kite those zealots down. Using the roach to run and shoot, he could have probably really got away with it, so he needs to get rid of these zealots before this hatchery goes down. There's only 2 zealots left, but wow, he does lose his hatchery to the zealots, just barely.
Wow, that hatchery, not even canceled, just lost it. That's a ton of minerals gone for EizCaj right there. And right now, that makes, White Raw on a very, very, more higher end. I don't even know what I'm talking about right now.
Yeah, White Raw.
Give me a second right now.
White Raw really pulled ahead using microing that 1 weakened zealot around and taking out that hatchery using 2 zealots to bring it down. That was really excellent micro to bring down that weakened one just so they could survive the roach attack just enough just so they can bring down the hatchery. So White Raw has pulled ahead now quite a bit, knowing that he's taken down his opponent's hatchery, has enough zealots and a photon cannon can probably deter this army away. Would like to see a few Stalkers come out, but I don't think he has a Cybernetic... Oh, wait, never mind. He does have a Cybernetic core up there, so he will probably try to rush out a Stalker. There you go. One Stalker's coming out. Probably want to put a Chrono Boost on that because he should know that roaches are heading his way.
Yeah, exactly. The Stalkers will do very well. The Stalkers and the Photon Cannon actually will do really well against the roaches from really doing much damage. These roaches are going to be able to take down this Forge actually, unless if White Raw pushes out with his Zealots.
Yeah, this Forge does look like he's in danger of being taken down, but he is probably waiting for that Stalker to finish, and it is just about to spawn another one of his buddies coming out soon enough. So with these Stalkers, they should be able to kite down these roaches. And with the help of this Photon Cannon, he should be able to deter this attack right away.
And that roach just exploded. That's a lot of gib right there. So White Raw now pushing out with 4 Zealots and two Stalkers against the 4 roaches right there. That army, White Raw's armies, will be able to do quite well against these roaches actually. And maybe we'll see some actual damage, and maybe White Raw can actually take down this natural expansion from EizCaj again.
Well, that would really suck to lose the expansion once again. Transferring drones have come in, but maybe at a bad time. There's a lot of Zealots and Stalkers heading his way, and drones are in danger of being taken down. He needs a lot more units to be produced right now. There is a robotics facility coming up for White Raw, and a lot more gateways coming. So Immortals being out against roaches will just be a very hard counter against. And he needs a lot more Zerglings with a lot more roaches to stop this attack right now. This Spine Crawler really needs to finish along with this one.
Yeah, exactly. White Raw is just basically pushing in with all he's got, throwing down as many units and pumping as many units as he possibly can into this force. Probably wants to try and end the game right now.
Yeah, it looks like he is trying to, just do enough damage as he can to end this game. He has got more gateways coming down, maybe a proxy pylon coming up soon. He does have Warp Gate tech on the way, which hasn't finished yet, so maybe he can't reinforce his army as fast as he would like, or as fast as he's used to. But it looks like this Zerglings and the Queen Wolves, stop this Zealot, and the harass has ended.
Yeah, exactly. That was basically it for White Raw's forces right there, but White Raw is chrono boosting and just pumping out as many units as he possibly can right now. His Warp Gate tech is done, so he's just waiting for that one unit to complete in that gateway right there so he can convert it, which he should start right now, and yeah, that's what he's doing.
Yeah, this Stalker's kind of going for a stroll right now. I don't know how far he'll go before he realizes it, or will he even lose it altogether. Looks like these Speedlings probably will hunt it down, and that poor Stalker just missed a rally point, or maybe he did control it, I don't really know. But it looks like he is getting his +1 on his melee for ground. It will really help his Zealots combat those Zerglings to just 2-shot them, 4-hit them away.
Oh god, that discussion again. Yeah, but White Raw is just throwing down more gateways and just going for a full-on attack with as many gateways as he possibly can. And chrono boosting his upgrade right now. So he really wants to have his army very, very heavily powered up, I guess, so
yeah,
he can really do some damage against these against EizCaj's army.
Yeah, with those +1s finishing, he could do a timing push with Zealots and Immortals. There will be a very good counter against Zerglings and Roaches. Probably, perfect unit mix with some Stalkers and Sentries. Sentries lay down some force fields to kind of, separate the Roaches from the Zerglings and just, take them down one half at a time.
Yeah, exactly. And White Raw just spawning in some more units right now, so probably gonna wait until that upgrade is done, which it is completed right now. So White Raw should probably move out with this upgrade, then wait sooner than later. Actually.
Yeah, it does look like he's ready to move out. He is bringing his probe in to bring some proxy pylons down. These Zerglings are caught in a very bad time right now, so he knows the impending doom heading his way with the Stalkers and Immortal and a few Sentries and Zealots. So he really needs to reposition these Spine Crawlers up at the top of the base of this ramp so they can, really use the no vision up the ramp to really take those free extra hits off before White Raw's army arrives. But right now, I don't think he's willing to uproot these.
Yeah, because they take about an hour and a half to actually reroute themselves in. So this army is just going to come in and do as much damage as it possibly can. And I think this is going to be the end of the game.
Yeah, White Raw's army has come in. The Zealots are engaging the Spine Crawlers. Really like to see the Zealots go after the Zerglings and let the Immortals take on the Spine Crawlers. Immortals do 50 damage to buildings, and this army is just decimating those 4 Spine Crawlers, and the Zerglings is melted away to the Sentry and Stalker fire.
Yeah, perfect play with for White Raw right there, using his Immortals to take out those Spine Crawlers, using the Zealots to take out the Zerglings, and just completely ends the game right there. Very well played.
Yeah, White Raw completely outclassed EizCaj right here. That was just a perfect unit composition. Used this map advantage, to the fullest. Didn't allow him to expand. When Zerg didn't get that fast expansion down, they're really out of their element. And denied any type of one base roach play. But actually saw him do the same play against Idra, where he built some gateways, a cybernetics core, forge, and put some cannons behind, and really withstood that early pressure that the Zerg can put on with one gate.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, one base.
One base. All right, good game from both players right now. And so this is basically part of the quarterfinals that we've said again at the beginning of the game. We're gonna have annotations in all our videos explaining out our massive fail, but that doesn't really matter too much. We're going to the semifinals of this competition, so we'll see you guys there.
Yeah, peace out.